On the calm autumn evening of October 17, 1989, as warm sunlight faded over the Bay Area, millions of Americans sat comfortably in their homes, eyes fixed on the World Series game between the Oakland A's and the San Francisco Giants, unaware that beneath their feet the earth had been quietly storing rage for decades, pressure twisting along the San Andreas Fault like a coiled spring waiting to snap. And at exactly 5:04 p.m., the ground suddenly growled, not loudly at first, but deep and threatening, before exploding into violent motion that ripped through Northern California, shaking streets, snapping power lines, and turning solid highways into collapsing nightmares. And near the Cypress Freeway stood a 32-year-old mechanic named Daniel Carter, who had stepped out of his dusty blue pickup truck to grab a toolbox, never imagining that within seconds, concrete would rain from the sky. The earth lurched violently, cars bounced like toys, buildings swayed, and before Daniel could react, the double-deck freeway above him groaned and collapsed in a thunderous cascade, crushing vehicles and trapping families beneath tons of concrete. And as the dust swallowed the air, something strange happened. Time seemed to slow. Debris hung frozen, streetlights bent unnaturally, and Daniel felt as if the world itself had fractured. But a woman's scream cut through the silence, pulling him forward as aftershocks rippled through the ground like a giant's heartbeat. Fires erupted from broken gas lines, glass shattered everywhere. Yet Daniel ran toward the destruction instead of away from it, crawling beneath fallen slabs, clawing at rubble with burning muscles and dust-covered hands until he heard a faint voice trapped under twisted metal. And when he found her, young, injured, barely breathing, another violent aftershock shook the ruins, forcing Daniel to wedge his shoulder beneath a massive slab and pull her free just seconds before the concrete crashed down where she had been lying. And as the city burned around him, sirens wailed, helicopters hovered, and firefighters arrived, Daniel kept helping, rescuing strangers until night fell, and San Francisco glowed in firelight and emergency lights. And standing beneath the broken skyline, he realized that while the earthquake shattered roads and buildings, it revealed something stronger, the courage of ordinary people who in the worst moment chose to save each other.